Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back, and we're going to continue with our fan modeling course. So in the last section we modeled this thing, and right now we're going to move on, and we're going to create this part right here. Again, this is one of the a little bit more tricky parts to get because you need a lot of angles. It's a little bit complex kind of thing in here. So yeah, okay, so let's think how we're going to do it. So this image is quite good. So basically we will take a cube, we will cut the sides, then we will make one cut right here. Then we probably can mirror it. You can even see the seam right here, how it was manufactured. So it's identical on the other side, it means. And then yeah, and then this part, I'm not sure. Let me check from the other side. What is this part? Okay, so basically, I'm not sure if it's joined together or not, but I think it is joined. Actually, I think it's one piece. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, so here we will add a cylinder probably, and here another one, because I think here is a cylinder as well, and there is something in here as well. So okay, here's some kind of knob right here as well, so we'll need to add it. Okay, so let's go. Let's just go and go ahead and add our cube. Scale it, move it up. Okay, I just forgot to turn on scribe so we can see what I'm pressing. Here you go. Okay, rotate it, scale it like this. Okay, that's nice. Okay, now we need to move it into the place, something like this. Okay, and now let's go into vertex, enable X-ray, turn off HardOps so we can select this. You can also select with HardOps enabled if you press B, and then you can just select like that. I don't know, I just like to turn it off and then just turn it on when you need it with W. You turn it off and on. Okay, so I think it goes a little bit like this, and then this goes something like that, a little bit to the side, and then this is a little bit bigger right here. And actually maybe it doesn't go that much up, something like this should be fine. By the way, we saw a cutter there, I just pressed 1 to hide it. Okay, so that's pretty much it with this block out actually. Though if we look carefully, this part extends, and only this middle part goes inside. So what we are going to do is just S and scale it like this, so it's wider, and then we're going to enable BoxCutter, select the box mode, and then we're just going to cut one side like this. Boom. And then you can always adjust the cut by just taking the cutter and moving it like this. So in this case, just move it on Z axis, leave here a little bit of space. I'm looking at reference right now, trying to see how high it should be, how high it should go. It's something like this. Yeah, something like this. Okay, and now we can also create this cut as well. On the left side, this area right here, by just simply editing this cutter. So select the cutter, go into vertex mode. I'll just press B this time. Just select everything, press B, select only this part. Okay, I forgot to enable X-ray, so enabling X-ray, and I'll just move it in somewhere here. Something like this. Also, I think we need one more cut. Let's see here on the references. Okay, yeah, so there is one more cut right here. It goes like this and then like this. This. So we'll need to make that cut as well. But for now, let's just create this area right here. So this basically goes like that. Okay, so right now we can actually cut the cutter itself. And what's going to happen is the cutter will just be cut and the area will show on this mesh. So if we select cutter and then with HardOps, go ahead and cut. So this time I'll use this Angon tool and I'm going to, let's see here. I'm going to slice, let me just see. It's something like this. It meets here, something like this. You can hold, by the way, you can hold control to make it not snap to axis. And in this case, that's what we want to do. We don't want it to snap. So like this, and then something like this. Okay, one more thing. So you see, I clicked right here. And usually don't want to do that because it's going to create additional geometry. You need to click right here out of the mesh. And right now, if I were to click like this, it might create again issues. So what you want to do is you want to go back, so backspace, and then again backspace, and then just continue drawing. So like this, outside. And then just here, just spam it. Boom. So now you see, we made this cut and then this cut right here. Just like that. This cut and then that cut goes out. And now let me see here. Okay, so we cut this cutter, but we need to cut all the way through the mesh, not even through the cutter, but also through this mesh as well. So in that case, let's just recover the cutter like this. I have the cutter selected. I will select this mesh with shift and select, and then press Ctrl minus. Okay, for some reason it doesn't work sometimes, so you might need to just move it a little bit. Okay, it doesn't work. Okay, then I'll just delete this, unhide all the cutters, and I'll just delete this cutter like that. Let me just over scroll. Okay, and right now I'm going to do the cut again. So something like this, and then this. Boom. Okay, like that. We need to have it cut all the way through. And now I think we need to adjust it a little bit, like that. GG to edge slide along one axis. So it goes something like this. Actually, maybe even more to the side like that. GX. Move it on x-axis. Okay, something like that. And this mechanism basically tilts the whole thing like this. It's going to tilt the whole thing like that, basically. And this is going to stop it, so that's how it should work mechanically. So now just Alt X and mirror it with HardOps like this. So it's the same on the other side. Now if we make adjustments on one side, it will appear on the other. Okay. Nice. So now actually maybe we should go a little bit down like that. Just those fine tweaks, you know. Right. And now we need to make okay, this cut is made, so let's just take the cutter. Okay, let's just over scroll this. Where is this cutter? That's the question. There should be a cutter right here. Why can't I find it? What? Alt H to unhide all the cutters. Or just open them here. Okay. Where is this cutter? What? Okay, some bullshit in here. What? I'm missing one cutter. Yeah, I see it happens. It happens for everyone. It's not so smooth all the time. What is going on in here? Okay, so it's this boolean, but why doesn't it Show up what? Difference. Okay, that's really weird. What? It doesn't show up at all. Okay, I guess I'm just going to remove it and redo the cut. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know what that was. Yeah, let's just redo the cut right here, so it goes like that. And then, oh, actually, wait. We need to scale this S, Y. Okay, I think I know what it was. It was some dumb intersection between these cutters. That's what it was. Scale this one. Let's just scale this one in like this, and let's see, maybe it will appear properly. No? Okay, I don't know. I give up then. Let me just then scroll this, scale it on Y, and then let me just do the cut right here. Make this selection, and boom, like this. And then it comes back somehow like that. And then we should cut this the whole thing. Press E to extrude this part, and just like that. Boom, boom, and click to confirm. There we go. So that's how it looks like. Now this, maybe I made it a little bit too sharp right here. Yeah, it's too sharp. Oops, I didn't mean to mirror it. I want to enable X-rays with GG to move, slide it like this. And then, yep, so then we got something like this. That's how it's looking. From the side, it's similar, you see. Yeah. Now let's make this area right here. And now it's going to be very simple to create this this thing. We're using union, so let's just go ahead and add cylinder. And for vertices, we don't really need 32. It's an overkill. So let's just do divided by 2. It will be 16. And let's just take it, scale it, rotate it, yes, place it in, GY, like that. And now let's try and figure out how high does it go. Okay, so it's, I mean, it's pretty large. Yeah, it's pretty long. Okay, so then let's just take it and sharpen, bevel it, boom, and something is messed up with the bevel, so you remember what to do. Just press 1 and then press N, and that should be fixed. Again, 1 and yep, now that's good. And now for this part we can do the same, just sharpen and bevel, boom. Okay, so this part is here done. We could actually merge this, we could leave it like that. It doesn't really matter again. The only time where we would want to merge these two parts, this one and this one, is if, I mean, merge them like physically, geometry. So there are 3 ways to approach this part. So you can just go ahead and slap this new part on and leave it as 2 objects like that. That usually comes in handy if you need to animate something and you need control over this thing right here. And then the other thing is just pressing both of them, pressing Ctrl J to join them. Now it's one object to see, but if I go into edit mode, they are separate again. And then the third method is actually like merging the whole geometry. So let me just show it to you. I'll just separate this, select this, and then hold Ctrl and click plus. And you see some issues with bevels here. So I'm just going to see what's going on. I think we just got 2 bevels. Sharpen bevel. Yeah, we have 2 bevels, so I forgot to do one thing. Before you merge something, always remove one bevel. And then this. And then we got some issues here. We could try and move this a little bit somewhere or rotate it. 8y and move it. G and like this. Okay, yeah. So there we go. So now if I show you the geometry wireframe, it's actually joined. I see like that, everything is joined. I mean, it doesn't matter, you can leave it joined right now too. But it's going to create more geometry. So we're going to go back actually, and we're just going to leave it at this, as it is. Just fix the normal issues. And later when we're optimizing, we're going to optimize the part as well. But for now, this is fine. And is it on both sides or only on one side? That's the question. I have a feeling that it's only on one side. Actually, doesn't matter. I'll leave it on both sides. Not that important. If you wanted to remove it and leave it on one side, just simply remove this HardOps cutter from it, like that. So I mean, maybe we can do it this way as well, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so this part is done right here. Let's see, let's continue working. So here is something, here is some kind of a detail right there. Okay, I think it's just some kind of a loop. I don't know, it's difficult to see, but what I'm going to do is just simply open HardOps and this cut, and then I'll select just 8, and then I'll do the cut as well. Oh, also I just noticed that here is some kind of cut as well, so we'll make this cut and then this cut too, both of them actually. So let's first make this cut. It's very simple. You just make sure that mesh is selected, and you just do this. Boom. You don't need more than 8 vertices right now. Now what's going on here is just bevel overshooting. What you could do actually is, if you really needed this hole to be this sized, you could actually start running a weighted bevel right here, not by angle but weighted, and then decrease the weight of this right here, make it basically smaller, so it would have smaller bevel. In this case, let's just leave it at that and just increase the size of it. So I'm just pressing S and then holding shift and pressing Y, and I'll just increase the whole size to something like that. Doesn't really matter if it's like like half millimeter bigger. I think anyways it's similar, it should be similar size to this anyways. So right now we're getting some shading issues like that. It shouldn't be a problem, we can try and quickly fix it, so just maybe try rotating it. Yeah, it's a little bit better. That's actually fine, yeah. You can't see it from even this distance. So this is fine. And then there is this kind of circle in here, right there. Let's just make a cut. So this circle went all the way through. This one, it just like outline, some sort of an outline. And it's a little bit bigger. It's somewhere in here and it's bigger. So select the mesh and it's like this. And then don't actually cut, but press D to solidify. Or actually we can just simply slice it. Yeah, let's just slice it, that's the better way. So let's just draw it and then press X, and this is going to be a slice. Oops, I just pressed H, didn't mean to do that, but okay, just click and that's going to be fine. So boom, like that. I think it's something like this, yeah. The only thing that it should be bigger, so arrow scroll and S and hold shift Y and just make it bigger, and it should be positioned somewhere in here, something like that. Now again, as you see, it's not full perfect circle, I'm doing it for optimization purposes, but right now this is one of the areas where we can actually make it dense, because we at the end we are going to merge everything, and this is going to be baked in only with normal map. So in this case we can actually increase the amount of bevels right here, because it won't be a real geometry at the end. You'll see when we will be baking. Yeah, basically there won't be a real geometry. So usually for parts like this, small details, this thing in here, you can get away and make a normal map and fake geometry basically. Usually you can fake geometry. You couldn't really do it here if something goes through the mesh, but in this case I think we'll be fine, because it goes through the mesh, but it doesn't really matter because it's such a small detail. We can just bake it. Okay, so yeah, so I can just show you a really quick trick how you can increase right now the amount of edges right here. Maybe in this case it might be just faster to just redo the cut, but just for the tutorial purposes I'm going to just show you. So I just press the tilde. Not tilde, it's some slash on the number pad. It isolates everything. And I'm just going to go into edit mode, and let me just see, edit. Okay, it doesn't want to work this way, so we need to select the cutter and then do it on the cutter itself. So okay, so now I press Ctrl R and I will add everywhere loop cuts like this on each side. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and select edge mode and select this edge and that edge, the other one. And now I'm going to right click and here loop tools, it's an add-on, enable it and click circle. Boom. Now we just doubled the amount of edges right there. Boom. We could actually go even higher, but then we might start getting, not on this mesh, but in other cases we might start getting some edge issues, some shading issues, additional shading issues. So we don't want to go like insanely high and crazy. You go like 120 edges, you don't need that. 32, it's perfectly fine like it is now. Okay, so now we are just left with this part right here. This part right here. Let's see. Let's just find the best example. Okay, there we go. This one looks good. So right now, actually, we have this part as well. So let's do that first. It's literally just half a square glued to this area, and that's it. So let's just do that. Let's just add a new mesh cylinder. 16 is fine. And now let's just scale on that and rotate the camera, and I'm just going to delete half of it. Oops, I selected cutters. No, I don't want that. One selection. Like this. And then remember, in order for it to cut properly, we need to close the geometry. So let's just select all the sides right here. Like this, press F, and then here F, and then here you could just do it like this and just select this, just F, boom. So now it's closed. Yep, scale it up, move it into place, something like that. Scale on that, scale it so it's smaller, and yeah, something like that seems fine. Now, again, we could actually just go ahead and merge it. Let's just sharpen it and add the bevel. 1, and then N, normals are fine. Yeah, something like this is just fine. Again, we don't really want to do anything with it. The only thing that we might want to do is just select both of these. Actually, let's just remove the bevel from this and this, and then just select both of them, select the mesh, and press Ctrl J. Oh, but then it's going to mirror. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Then don't do this. but I think this has to be mirrored, so just Control J. I think this one should go all the way in both. It should be in both sides like this. And this one we can actually add it later. We can apply the mirror later on this mesh and add it then after. But for now, let's just leave it in here because we don't know fully what we're going to do with it yet. So yeah. Now this shape above, it's exactly the same shape, but this is a little bit bigger, so I'm a little bit worried if it's going to have enough edges. So I'm just going into edit mode, Shift D, Z, and then S like this, S and Shift Z. Oops. S Shift Z, like that. Now, how does it look on the front? Actually, it's fine. The faceting is not too large. It's actually fine. I'm thinking how the front looks. Do I have an image of the front? Because I'm not sure if it joins or not. Not really. I don't have. This is the best image, kinda. I think it should join. Let's. Okay, let's think of it that. No, it doesn't. Actually, it doesn't join. There is no... Okay, yeah, it doesn't join. It just ends suddenly like that. It goes a little bit further and then it quickly ends. So I'm just going to make a cut like that. And just cut it off. Because it just literally just ends there. There's nothing else. Okay, like that. And then let's see here. There is actually one more cut that I missed right here. You see how it goes here, boom, and then boom, the small cut. So we need to make that as well, like that. This is actually maybe a little bit smaller. I'll just make it a bit smaller like this. And then let's see. So this basically should match with that thing. Let's just move this cutter in. Scale it on y-axis. Yeah, actually it should just end right there. Okay, so then. Okay, in that case, we need to just do the cut. And where is the cutter? Ever scroll this one, and then let's just move everything like that. Now be careful. If you remove only this part, excuse me, if you remove only this part right here, you will get some issues right here. So if you're cutting, cut all the way, cut everything like that. So yeah, like that, just go ahead and cut everything like this, boom. And now we're getting issues. Let's see. Okay, why are we getting issues? Let's just cut it. Let's see if we get still issues in here. Yeah, we do. Usually something like this happens, like right now. Something like that happens when you're cutting mesh which is not fully closed. So this might not be fully closed somewhere. Actually, let me just see. Let's just go ahead and cut everything like that, the whole thing. Still the same thing. Nice. Okay, I get it. It's because these two meshes, they are joined. Right, so you can just go ahead and separate this part and then do the cut, and that's going to be fine. Yeah, it's because of this. Okay, I see. We can just go ahead and join those parts now. Just select one, another, and just press Ctrl and plus to join them. Okay, and I forgot to remove the bevel, so just do that. Just remove the bevel, and I'm actually going to remove mirror for one side, and then select them and Control plus. And then we're getting issues in here. Okay, so let's just go ahead and move it up like this. And then let's just cut the whole top so everything stays straight. Nice and straight. So select this, like that, and do the cut like this. All the way through. Boom. Everything is flat now. And now just for this part, let's just cut it like that. Everything like this. Boom. See? Gucci. Nice. So yeah, so you cannot cut two objects which are intersecting like this. Let's say I have this cube and I have this cube right here, and then I just select them and Control J to join them, and then I won't really be able to cut them properly. You see, I'm getting issues right there on their intersection area. So what you need to do in this case, and what we did, instead of actually joining them, simply you need to merge them. So select them and don't press Ctrl J but press Ctrl plus to fully join them, and then you can create proper looking cuts. You see, no bad things. Yep, so here we go. Let's just do something like this, and I want to delete these cutters in here because we don't need them. Okay, there we go. Now we are getting some issues here. Let's just see. Let me see these cutters. I'm going to just okay, so it's because this edge is so close to this. I'm just going to move it out a little bit. Just a little bit like that. That's fine. Okay, so there we go. So from the side you can see here it's straight, and then here, and then we have this going like that, and then this area, and then this thing right here, and then that spot, and then the one at the bottom. You can't really see it in here, but you can see it here. This one right here, and then this one, the larger one in here. Okay, also let's just quickly fix this because it should go a little bit like that. Actually joins. Now I see that it actually joins the top part right here, so we need to join this part. Okay, so to join it, you will need to actually go ahead and merge it. You will need to fully merge it. So let's just separate by selection like that. Okay, what the hell is going on in there? That's interesting. I think it's because of the booleans. Yeah, just delete the booleans from it, and then delete the mirror modifier, delete the bevel modifier actually as well, because this mesh has everything. And then just select it, and then select this one and Control plus to merge it. That what all that does is basically adds a boolean modifier right here, this one with union, fast union. That's all that it does. It's just a shortcut. And now our school, and let's just move it up. You see, now we're getting issues. Move it all the way up so it joins like that nicely. Boom. You see, now it's joined like that. Nice. And one more thing that I noticed is that this edge has to be beveled a little bit more. So yeah, this more. So let's just do that. Like this, Control bevel. And that's again kinda beveling everything hard coded, but it's fine in this case. It's just an edge. We aren't going to change a lot in there. And here we are starting to get some issues. Let's try adding weighted normal. So just hold Alt and click sharpen, and it's, yeah, it fixes it. Yep, it's fixed. I don't see issues right here. Yeah, so at the end we're still going to add this modifier, weighted normal modifier anyways. So that's the shortcut, just Alt sharpen. But yeah, if you don't have all the add-ons, again, the weighted normal modifier is right here. Where is it? Somewhere in here. here. There we go. Way to normal. And then yeah, it's the same thing. Just make sure that you tick keep sharp option. Okay, there we go. And now another thing is this bottom right here. Now it's illogical because I'll show you how this mechanism works. So you should understand how the mechanism works as well. It's going to be way easier to model it, and you're going to model everything accurately then. Okay, there we go. So let me just actually quickly add a cursor to origin to cursor. Okay, then it's going to mess up the mirroring. Okay, then never mind. But yeah, all this mechanism, what it does basically is you will rotate like that, and these parts will be stopped like this. This part, you see, when it touches this area, it gets stopped. So the fan will raise only this much. That's all there is. That's the mechanism. And these parts are basically, I think this is like some sort of a support. I don't know what this thing does. Maybe for some internal part. But yeah. So boom, that's how we're looking. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I mean that's it. Everything is looking good in here. Later we're going to probably need to maybe delete some faces in here, but we'll see. Can we actually see right now if those faces are open? Actually, it's fine. We can just leave it that way. But yeah, that's it for this episode. In the next part, we're going to create this outer shape, this sort of a shell. Then I think we will be able to create all those things in one tutorial and cut all these holes in here, as well as add this this kind of plating on top right here. So I chose this model specifically because it has a lot of intricate parts and it's just a very good practice piece. It has a lot of tricky parts. Like even right here, there is some sort of a capsule right here, and then you get this beveled cube joined into this capsule, you see here. And then you have these cuts as well. We are going to use the radial array for excuse me, we're going to use the radial array for this, and then we're going to cut here these holes as well, and at the end everything will be baked. It won't be actual geometry. And for the plating we're going to use a function for plating as well. And there's an easier way to do plating with HardOps. So yeah, that's it. I hope you got to this part, and yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. See ya, guys.